Hello everyone, today we're looking at my polar bear in Unreal Engine, and one of the major updates I'm releasing with this polar bear is an AI system. We'll look at that in a few minutes, but the first thing we're going to look at is its animation map. This is a map with all the different animations for the polar bear. You can see attacking, running, walking, swimming, dying, everything you would need for a game. If we get out of this, we can look at the folders underneath. We have the animation folder and the blueprint folder. We'll look at in a minute. We have the maps. This is the animation map we're looking at, and we also have an AI map that we'll look at in a minute. We have one material for the polar bear, a PBR material. We have the physics asset here. So we can take a quick look at this. He'll just collapse. And we can actually, I don't know, can we? Doesn't look like I can. I can't pick him up. Oh, there we go. All right, there's the physics asset, and of course he has a skeleton. Textures, PBR textures, base color, normal, and roughness, all at 2K. We'll jump into the animations. Alrighty, we have an attack animation, a biting, and we have a left strike, a right strike. We have a blend space that goes with the AO system. So we can go from running to walking to idle, turning. And that we're basically using that in the AI system. There's a dead animation, dying animation. We have an eating animation. Then we have a hit react 2, idle to sit, idle to sleeping, idle to stand. Then we have an idle animation, idle 2, idle 3, idle 4, sniffing the ground. We have the running animation, a scare animation, sitting to idle. There's sit 1, sit 2, sit 3, a no animation, sit no, sit shy, a yes animation, sleep to idle, then we have sleeping, then we have idle to, or stand to idle, then we have standing, and stand attack, then we have swimming, turning left, turning right, and walking. Now we can jump into the whole AI system. So we'll go into the AI map, and we can just play this map. And they'll just start moving around. One just started laying down. So they'll go between different states. They'll roam around randomly. They'll eat at random times. They'll sleep at random times. They'll sit at random times. And if they see each other, they'll actually run, just like they just did there. They'll run at each other and attack each other. It's a little bit different behavior than some of the other animals. And then after they attack, they'll just run away. I just figured that polar bears needed a little bit different interaction than just running away from you. And of course, you can interact with them a bit too. If you get up close to them, they'll see you. And of course, he just ran at me to attack me. And now we can look at the blueprints a little bit. So we have the animation blueprint. And this NM blueprint contains all the different animations for the polar bear and all of their transitions. Okay, if you look at the movement, we have the blend space we're using here. The attack is just one animation, or a series of animations actually. Same thing with hit react. There's death, just one animation. But then it also, the NM blueprint also handles the transitions between them, like what triggers the transition and how the system can handle it, what can transition into what and how. But if you want to code your own AI for the polar bear, then you can use this NM blueprint and then hook it up with all of your code. So that's a look at the animation blueprint. We can take a look at the blueprint, at the normal blueprint, and at the very top, he just makes a bunch of decisions based on some simple logic, and then he'll drain his energy, he'll drain hunger, regain energy, and regain hunger. He'll also roam around randomly. He'll run away when he detects someone, and then he'll revive himself when he's dead and regain health. Over here we have some resting logic, what he does when he rests, what he does when he eats, how he handles damage. There's a hit check and detection. Detection all has to do with sound, or not sound, sight, whether they see people or not. And then we have an attack function for the polar bear. If we look at the left side over here at the very top, if we click on this, we'll get all of the different options that we can change, like walk radius, how far he'll walk around, how far he'll run when he runs away. We also have how long he'll rest, how much he'll rest on the ground, how much time he spends eating. Things like that you can change. At the very bottom, you'll see AI perception. He has one perception, that is sight, and you can change how far he can see, when he doesn't see somebody, how far the peripheral vision is, all of those options. But that's a quick look at my polar bear working inside of Unreal Engine. Have a good one, everyone.